The drawing is done in pencil. It's my very first one I did for an experience at Kutztown State University. I was taking a graduate drawing course, and the professor said he wanted us to draw something we always wanted to do and never had the time to do it. And I always wanted to do something with coal mining because my father was a driller in the Shenpan Strip and outside of Shenandoah. And I did my first one here, and it's the only one I did in pencil. The professor really raved about it, but he said I should use charcoal from now on because I would get blacker blacks and whiter whites with the charcoal pencils. And he suggested I work on a rougher, coarser, like a watercolor paper to create a texture to show the toughness of the coal miner and the people of the coal region. So I said that was my very first one, Generations, and from there we had to do 3 drawings for that marking period, and the other one I did was Mule Driver, which I sold already, and another one of some children picking coal, and that's sold previously also. So this one I held on to, and I had prints made of this one because a lot of people wanted to purchase it. So that's where I went from there, and since that time, it just transpired, I got more interested in it, and I was doing I looked for old photographs from the Historical Society I was drawing from mostly because at that time when I started, the internet was not available to do the research. So all of these are actual people from photographs, and it's really ironic. Years ago, I did the Pennsylvania Festival of the Arts at State College, and they did a story on me, and it was ironic that one of the people I drew from an old photograph somebody recognized from down by Tower City, and they called me up and they came right up and bought the picture. So it's kind of interesting. And there is another story I have is the Molly Maguires were very big in this area, and I was at an Irish festival and displaying my work, and I drew an old man sitting on the porch, and this guy's name was Grandpa Nabby, and he was the oldest one in the movie The Molly Maguires that they filmed up in Eckley. And we were over in Lakewood Park where the Irish Jubilee was, and this lady came out of the beer hall, and she's looking at the picture and she starts crying and goes back into the beer hall. And my wife and I look at each other, what's going on, you know? And here she comes out with this guy. He starts looking at the picture and says, oh my God, it's our pop, it's our pop. So they said he was the oldest man in the movie The Molly Maguires, Grandpa Nabby. So I saw, of course they bought that drawing. So it's really ironic from the history and finding old photographs that people recognize too of the subject matter I had.
What do you hope people get from seeing the images, seeing your show now?
I hope that the younger generation knows how hard it was to put a meal on the table. And some of these children today are so spoiled with these video games. At their age, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, they were picking slate from the coal in the chutes and working, a 10-hour shift for mere pennies a day, actually. I just hope they learn to appreciate their roots, where they came from, and what these people built in this area, a strong foundation.